friends, it's Marie with Living Felt.
Hi, I'm Kayla, and here we're going to be needle felting our little Boo Kitty today.
Boo Kitty is an adorable project that Kayla came up with as part of our fall harvest activities. We're going to be working on a burlap bag, and we'll even show you how to do your image transfer or how to work around that if you don't have the magic image transfer pen. You might work on burlap. We have a total kit that Kayla designed, picked out all the colors, and we'll even look at how you might do it on other fabric or wool felt along with some color varieties you can play with. So we hope that you will watch now, subscribe if you're not already, and let's jump into this project.
Hi, I'm Anne. Hi, I'm Kayla.
Hi, I'm Holly.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
Hi, I'm Marie, and we are coming to you live from Living Felt because it's
Happy Woolly Wednesday!
Hey everybody, happy Wednesday and happy fall. We think it's fall here. There are
a couple hours in the morning.
We've heard news in other places of things cooling down and it being sweater weather. We're kind of starting to dress like we wish it were cooler. Thanks for being here, you guys. We have a fun show today and some fun show and tells. You guys have been busy preparing for some stuff, though. What do you have working on? What are you working on?
I've been working on getting things ready for our Fall Fun Fest this Saturday. Yeah, if you're in the Austin area, definitely come by and see us. We're doing some fun fall projects from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Yeah, and there's going to be treats too, snacks, and for the little kids we're even going to have face painting, like midday. Yeah, that'll be fun. But adults and kid-friendly stuff. What else, y'all?
Trying to keep up with you guys and your activity.
Everyone's been super busy. There's no secret that fall is like one of the best times for making things. We have so many themes to work with, and today's no exception. We have a really fun project we're going to work on. So we're going to say hi to a few people. We have a few show and tells for you, and then we're going to jump into our project. So thanks for being here, everybody. We're going to get started. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. If you are watching the live show, thanks for being here. Hey, you're going to want to stick around all the way to the end because we always give away prizes. So jump into the conversation. You can start by saying hi and where you're from, ask questions, contribute ideas or questions, and your name goes into our Magic Pumpkin Bowl. We're going to be giving some prizes away at the end. If you are watching live, you can hit that bell right up there and get notified every time we post a new video. And if you're watching the playback on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. We'd love to see your comments down below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. So I know we have people joining us all over the world. We're going to say hi to a few people. I think I saw Sis in Canada. Who else is here, Anne?
We've got Sharon in New York, Kathleen in Pennsylvania.
Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kathleen. I know I saw, was it Karen in England? I know you guys are everywhere, so make sure you say hi and where you're from. Hey, and if it's your first time, just say, I'm new, or let us know it's your first Woolly Wednesday. In today's broadcast, we are going to be needle felting this adorable Boo Kitty treat bag designed by our very own fairy Kayla, and that's going to be super fun. I've had a lot of fun working on mine too. But we're going to do some show and tells. So are the hat girls up first? I want to share some show and tells. We're going to look at two different things today, and these show and tells are projects that are going to be online workshops. So come on in, models. our lovely fairy models today. So we're looking at two beautiful hats that were felted by Dawn Edwards right here in the Living Felt Media Studio. We have listened to you all, and we've actually been planning this for a very long time, right? So we've listened to you all. We still want you to have us on your bucket list to come take workshops in person because it's so fun for us to meet you. But we are starting to build up our online catalog for online felting workshops. And these two beautiful hats, I'll let these gals show them off, were made by Dawn for the online workshop for her fabulous nano felt hats. So, Anne, show off yours a little bit.
Alrighty, this one I love this one. The peacock feather It's always a win.
This hat is very beginner friendly. The way Dawn teaches is very, very beginner friendly, and in her workshop, this is going to be the base hat that you learn how to felt. And once you sort of master those skills, you can move on to this. So show off your hat.
I love this
Holly.
hat. I want to go grocery shopping and never take it off. I want to wear it everywhere.
Yeah, that hat is magnificent, and really all the heavy lifting is left to the person who made the original nano felt piece with all the beadwork on it. And as a bonus, Dawn has thrown in the flower so for a little accessory. So we want to get you guys excited. We're not taking enrollments yet, but we want you to have it on your forefront. Make sure that you are subscribed to our newsletter, that you're on our Facebook Friends page, which is called Living Felt Friends, and that you subscribe to us on YouTube so that you get the deets when we release all the classes. Thanks, models.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we have one more, and Hannah's going to show this one off for you. We have another one we're going to save till next week. Come on in, Hannah. Show it up nice and close.
It's exciting. So this is a gorgeous dragon, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah, yeah.
Wet felted wings.
This dragon was made right here in the studio by Joyce Hazelrig, who lives right here in Texas, fortunately for us. And this is for her online class, Here There Be Dragons. And this thing is amazing. I had so much fun watching Joyce create this in the studio and felting along with her. And she's going to take you through every single step. So this gorgeous beast is made, of course, with all fibers fibers right here from Living Felt, and we hope that you guys will watch for that and consider taking this class. We're very, very excited for it. Thank you, Hannah. I know all you guys want to make a dragon, right?
Yes.
Right. So what are people saying, Anne?
Diana says, I just cannot wait till this dragon one. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
I want you to know that all of the classes are very exciting. We have a great schedule lined up, so they're going to be rolling out over time, and I'm going to show you another project next week that I'm very excited about that's already been recorded. So these projects are here, and some of these teachers will also be back to teach in person at Living Felt. So if you're just the kind of person who needs to and likes to learn in person, we're going to have those opportunities available. But if traveling's just not your option, we want you to make sure you subscribe and get on all our social media channels so you get first notice when we go live. And I'm sure, I promise we'll be sharing more about that. But today we have a super fun project. Come on in, Kayla. So this project was designed by Kayla. And we've named her feltbookitty, and this is what we're going to make today. Are you ready?
I think so.
We're excited. So why don't we start? I'm going to go right here, and
right.
we're going to look at the supplies we need to get started. Go. Okay, so let's look at our supplies.
Alrighty. So the supplies that come in the kit itself is the this little cover sheet, and it has the image on here. Oh, I'm sorry. Forgetting where my camera is. The burlap bag, and then also
The wool.
the wool.
Yeah,
The
so-
important part.
Yeah, so if you get the kit, you'll get the inspiration image, you'll get this outline, a burlap bag, and this is our MC1 batting. Or you could just download this packet if you already have all the supplies.
Yes.
Right? And so some of the other things that they would need for sure is a foam pad.
Yes.
And we had another one around. So either a 10x7 or a 5x5, something that'll fit inside the bag, right?
Yep.
Some felting needles, whatever they like. And Kayla and I are actually going to be using 2 different sizes because, and if you don't have a burlap bag, you could use other fabric, like a felt sheet or other fabric that you like, right?
Yeah.
And then the iron-on transfer pen's an option. Kayla uses this.
Yep, this fine tip Sharpie, just one with a nice pointy end.
A nice point, just if you need to beef up your, maybe some scissors, depends on if you want to cut out. And if you're going to use the iron-on transfer pen, then you just need a regular iron. So the iron-on transfer pen is super easy to use. What you do is just print out your design, and then you just trace right over it, right?
Yeah, it's super easy. It's important to note how much pressure you're applying to the lines because it can dull the pen a little bit. And you need the finer tip for these, the finer details that go into it.
Right, and you can get this transfer pen from us. Basically, it's so simple to use. You just shake it, you trace out your image, and then you're going to iron your image onto your fabric. So we've ironed it onto the felt sheet. Here you can see that this is a reverse, and onto your burlap, right?
Yep. Oh.
That's okay. So all you have to do is you're actually just going to apply heat like on the strongest setting for about 20 seconds. Like we encourage you, don't do this. Instead, you're just going to press and press and press. And we're actually, at the end of the show, we'll include a link. We have one to a video on how to do the iron-on transfer.
Oh, awesome.
Right? We have a little video for the pet portraits.
Good
So, you ready, girlfriend?
I think so.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to do this. And I'm going to show you one other option. We'll go ahead and sit down.
Alrighty.
If you don't want to or don't have the iron-on transfer pen, what you can do is still print out the image and cut it out. And I'll show you how you can needle felt around those shapes. If you just cut out your kitty in little shapes, you can just use them as a template and trace around them. So that's an option if you don't have the iron-on transfer pen. Cut out your image and we can trace around it.
Definitely.
Cool.
Kim says, cute, cute, cute. Maria says, you are very talented, Kayla.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. All right, perfect. And then I just sneak this guy real quick. Alrighty. So I just start by putting my foam inside of this burlap bag. Oop, maybe. Oh my goodness.
You have to untie it.
Oh, that would. Oh, it's not tied. It's just. This bag's just got a little bit of attitude.
And Vicky asks, do you have to reverse it when you print it?
Well, you know, Vicky, that's a good question. This image is not so important. If you know,
There we go.
I just did mine backwards and it comes out this way. So we didn't reverse the image because it didn't matter to us whether Kitty was looking to the up and right or up and to the left.
Mhm.
Since there's no words on it, this project, it doesn't necessarily matter.
Yeah.
Cool. So where do you like to start, Keela?
I like to start from the bottom and work my way up. And I like to do the basic shapes of everything before adding the detail. I like to add all the detail very last.
Okay.
So our little pumpkin that's down here at the bottom, I used mandarin, and mandarin also comes in the kit as well in our MC1 batting. I like to do...
Here, I'll scoot to the side and you can be more in the middle.
Okay.
I'll just be sidecar today. How's that?
Sounds good. I just kind of make mine into a little strip, and I like to start from the outside of the pumpkin and start tacking it down, leaving just a tiny bit of room on these sides so I can see where to put my details at the very last.
So you like to leave a little space so you know where your line goes.
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Just a little one. You'll cover it with wool anyway, so it won't matter too much.
Okay, so Marie says, can you use a cotton shopping bag? And Marie, absolutely yes. When I very first started felting, I found the transfer pen like in a craft store. And I actually needle felted a picture onto an old linen knitting bag. And that was like a little upcycle project. So you can needle felt onto anything that, you know, receives the fiber in a way that satisfies you. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
That would be really cute.
Yeah. And now you like to put yours on a little thick, so it has like a little bit
Yeah.
of dimension to it. I like that. It's
Yeah, you can definitely lay it a little thinner. One of the challenges with the burlap is because the holes are a little bit big between them, it can kind of suck the wool through.
Yeah,
a little bit.
it's a really open weave. And you know, I'll bring in the one that I did later on the burlap. The only thing I did differently was I used thinner wool, but I used a 42 triangle.
Oh,
Yeah, so if
interesting.
you're using a more aggressive needle like Kayla, she's using a 38 star, which is like if you think of fine, medium, and aggressive, the 38 star is on the aggressive side of medium, right? It's a medium gauge needle, but it's a little more aggressive than a 38 triangle, or definitely than a 40 triangle. So it's going to push more wool. And since this weave is so open, it's going to want to go right through. And so that's why she's packing on a little more wool, so her needle isn't pushing all the way through. It's compacting it down, but it has a nice little surface layering going on.
Yeah.
Linda shares, cute idea for a trick-or-treat bag for the kiddos.
Exactly. Although today's kids might think it's kind of small.
Right.
We had pillowcases when I was a kid.
I think we did too.
Yeah. One year we got pumpkins. Hey, I want to do a quick shout out to Connie Wood. How perfect was this bracelet? Is it on here? So Connie Wood made us this bracelet a couple of years ago. Connie Wood's one of our community members and just an all-around awesome supporter of everyone in the community. Hardly a post goes by without Connie loving on it somehow. I know, right? And it's so adorable. I don't know if it's made with pre-felt or what, but it's thick. It's like bulletproof. It's so thick, but it's so bright and cheerful. It's blue and black, and Anne actually found it in our fall decorations and brought it in today. So thanks, Anne. Thanks, Connie. Boo bracelet, perfect. Sarah says, is the burlap too open of a weave? Yes, this is burlap. It is very open, but that's why Kayla's going dense with the fiber, since she's using a more aggressive needle. And just as sidecar over here, I'm just going to do a little background. I'm going to use a brighter, should I use a brighter orange? I'll use this. I'll show how I would tackle this little pumpkin guy here.
Awesome. Yeah, and I've been felting pretty deep into the foam, just to make sure that it doesn't come apart if the bag's pulled on or opened or stretched.
Oh, that's smart. So if you get lots of Snicker bars in there.
We got lots of treats for Halloween.
We do, huh? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I might have bought a little too much candy, but we'll see.
Nah.
Time will tell.
I don't think any of us have complained about it.
Oh, there's more. Have you seen the hidden stash? Okay. Okay, so I've cut out my little pumpkin and I've put a thin little layer back here. What I'm going to do, I don't mind if the top is full because I'm going to put Kitty right on top. So I'm going to tack that down. And then I'm just going to trace around the outside of my pumpkin. It's kind of like the reversed cookie cutter.
Oh, that's really smart.
Oh, thank you, Kyla. Yeah, just trace around the outside. And what it does is allows you to get a really clean edge if you get a nice solid tracing around there. What do you got, Anne?
Oh, Vicky says, well, the candy will be gone by Halloween.
Well, that would be good, because then we got to get on to the Christmas candy. Lord, can't have Halloween candy sitting around at Christmas time. Okay, so see how my I've got this little outline going, but then my edges are fluffy. So what I like to do is just fold those fluffy ends back in, so I get a really nice clean line, and tack it down then.
Ooh, a couple of our felting friends are getting inspired and thinking about maybe adding a moon behind the cake.
Oh! Now I've been really pleased with where the full moon tutorial went, because people have really taken off with it. It's so fun. Just our collaborations are really a treat for me. Mm-hmm. 'Cause that's what it feels like it turns into, brainstorming.
Yeah, I think someone did a wolf howling in front of a moon. I think I saw that on Facebook.
Yeah, and Cherie Davidson did a dragon flying in front of the moon, but her moon was golden, and I never did get to that. I wanted to do a golden moon and a blue moon, and I never got that far of it. Okay, I'm gonna leave my pumpkin maybe kind of blank, but Jen says we need to put this on a pillowcase. That's a cute idea. Let's see if I can go. Oh, I'm trying to use.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to use my fingers, and I'm trying to use the wrong mouse. Sorry.
Minorly important.
Okay.
See, Wendy shares it's fabulous seeing two techniques as well as how different people needle felt.
Oh, that's fun. So now I'm using my little cluster tool. So when Joyce was here filming her dragon, I turned her on to the cluster tool. She's a convert. So we thank Jennifer Fields for that, of Jennifer Fields Studios. She's the one who taught me this cluster tool thingy. I love it. Okay, so now, Kayla, so you like to leave your little eye holes and mouth holes, so talk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, I like to try to stay outside the lines and just leave a tiny bit as a guide for when I come back with my details. Just fill it in with a little bit of color so it doesn't get lost in there. Yeah.
Karen says, I'm in love with how cute this is.
I know, okay? So I've already shared with some of y'all that I asked the gals, we came up with the idea of the burlap bags for the open house and putting some designs on them. And then I asked the gals to design I just pitched it that they could design a tutorial if they wanted to, and Kayla brought the two ideas together. And we do have a few cat lovers in the house. So it was kind of a big hit, I would say.
Yes.
Says one of the other cat lovers in the house.
Katie asks, Kayla, how long have you been needle felting?
I have been needle felting since I started here. I'd never had heard of it or tried it before, so it's been about a year.
About a year.
Mm-hmm.
And here she is teaching her first tutorial. Aww.
It's been so much fun learning from everyone, and just everyone is so supportive here and just so kind. And
True that.
the coworkers and the customers, everyone is just awesome.
Okay, I'm doing the same thing with my kitty now. I just picked a spot. I picked a spot on said pumpkin.
Dorothy says, thank you for the outline, the design idea. Would never have thought of it on my own, and it is a great way to transfer the pattern.
Yeah, it's helpful if I do like the transfer pen, honestly. I really do. I think it's fun, it's quick, and it's easy. But this was this is always an option, is just to do an outline. Sometimes you just need to get a little shape down, and you don't want to go through the process, of creating a pattern at all. You might even have something else that works. Maybe you're just trying to make a circle. Maybe you're just trying to make a square, and you can just cut it out and get it started. It allows you to be consistent too. Okay, so once Kayla gets her little face in there, then I think we're gonna jump forward, right? And look at, so I'm filling out Kitty. So Kayla's done her homework on this project and prepared some pieces for you. We would be glad to sit here and just needle felt for 2 hours. That's all we do anyway, right? We just sit around the shop and needle felt, wait for people to come in, bring treats. Pretty much. Come visit. And my head's going to go here. His head kind of sits right on there, so it almost doesn't matter what happens underneath there as you piece yourself up. What's fun about this is you could turn your kitty head could even turn, you could turn the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You could kind of customize your whole...
Yeah, you could even exorcist... No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Should I fill out my whole pumpkin? Or
just show how you
eyes?
So Kayla has left her little eyes open. Let me see if I can zoom in here real fast.
Okay.
She's left her little eyes open, so I'm going to zoom in just so you can see that for a quick second. There we go. That's a little bit closer. And she's going to now fill in those holes. So why don't you go ahead and do that?
Okay. Yeah, for both eyes, it takes such a small amount of wool. So I just like to kind of roll it up on itself so it stands up a little higher, and just put it right in that little spot we left empty.
I love how versatile this project is. You could make a face or no face, or I wanted to make a mouse hole on mine and I didn't do it. I know. Maybe I have to go back and do it. Make a little mouse hole.
I thought about it's a little a little dark, but even a skull with a candle on top of
Oh,
it.
very
Kind of
nice.
with the Halloween
Could
thing.
be as goth as you want. You're not very goth though.
No, that was my high school phase. I don't want to talk
That
about
was
that.
so high school.
So long ago.
Jennifer Lynn says, "Love your puffy pumpkin, Kayla."
Oh, thank you.
Let me see what somebody else said.
Diana says, I was just thinking it would be cute to drop a little spider on a web so the kitty would be looking at him.
In fact, your original drawing had a spider coming off the
It did.
hat.
It had a little string up here by the hat with a tiny spider on it.
Great minds think alike. Now here's a question. Let's see. There's a question. Vicky asked, when you pull out the cushion, how much of it sticks, being it is so open? Oh, you mean the open weave? You know what, Vicky? We'll show you that when she's finished with this one. We'll have to pull it out so she can switch to her next stage. So that you can see how much it sticks. Because once she fills out this face, we're going to jump to the very next one. And we'll show you how much that one sticks.
Yeah, even though I'm a little heavy-handed, I found that the wool hasn't stuck too badly inside of the burlap bag.
Kayla, I just had this feeling, and I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but for the
goodness.
moment, this looked like Stewie's face.
It kind of does.
Well, that's Stewie as I was turning the head. A little football
He does
head.
kind of have like a funny lemon head or something.
Don't ask me how I know who Stewie is. Yeah, lemon head. That's a pretty good one.
That's funny. Oh. Okay. Almost there.
Someone says, Susan says, using this to start kids on felting. I think that's one of the things that's really fun about it. You could use coloring book images. That's a thing I love about the transfer pen, especially. Any design or image that the kids like, you can use that and get them started. So their favorite coloring book or their favorite character, you can print something off the internet. If you like something a little more fancy, you could do embroidery patterns, needlepoint patterns, just anything like that.
Yeah.
That's what I started with, was an embroidery pattern. So, meaning the first time I used the transfer pen, I downloaded an embroidery pattern. So I think, anything is available to you. Okay, so I've just been doing this to kind of show how you get there, and obviously mine, I would go back and add the details on top. It's more of a layering effect. So you about ready to jump to your next one?
Yeah, I think so.
So Kayla really worked on this, and to get it out, the best thing to do is to just kind of put your hand under there and scoot it out and push it off like that. So don't try and rip it out. Scoot, ease it off first, and then look at that. We don't even have any wool any more than you normally would sticking on there. So
No, mainly the burlap the little hairs kind of stick onto your foam a little bit.
Okay, so Kayla has one ready. Need help us?
Maybe. Let's see maybe if this bag is...
Yeah, that's a little better.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay. So this one is got the eyes filled in, the nose, the mouth, and it's got just a little patch of darker grass under it. And let's see. I think we're not doing the details on this.
You're going to do eyes. You're going to show us how
eyes.
to do the eyes in the face. So I'm on my
Okay.
face. Yeah, we're going to kind of jump ahead. The one thing we did notice with the burlap bags, and if you're using our burlap or, burlap that you have from somewhere else, is you might find that your foam gets a little burlappy. Some of those natural fibers will stick to your burlap. So just have your lint roller ready. That'll help to get the burlap bits off.
Definitely.
So, Karen says, what age do you recommend for kids needle felting? Karen, we have found that children, even 5 and 6, who are able to focus, like sit and focus and be still, can needle felt well. But a 9-year-old that is unruly and, won't pay attention is dangerous. So we really have had a 6-year-old, one of our old employees had a 6-year-old son, and he would just sit and needle felt all day. And he could follow tutorials all by himself. He even wet felted by himself, following tutorials. But he could focus, and we've had children who are older and a little unwieldy, just they'll take tools and blam them and not look at what they're doing. So I think it's going to go more by the child.
Yeah, definitely. We have a friend who has 2 sons, and they loved needle felting, but one of them got a little rowdy, and he got a hold of the punch tool, and yeah, it was a little bit of a mess.
Okay, so Kayla, tell us about the eyes now. So tell us how you like to do your eyes there and show us a little bit.
Okay.
Show us a little bit. Okay, so you like to trace around the iris first.
Yeah, I get almost turn this into a strip and just roll it in my hands a little bit.
Oh, here's my black.
And then I like to tack down the beginning and just curl it around all the way back.
Oh, you make a donut. Okay.
Yep.
All right, and I'm a little different. So like I would start with the pupil, and I'm just going to kind of go for my eyes here since I can't see them. And mine may not show so much, but I'm just going to go with my pupil and needle felt that down, and then I'm going to fill in the green around it. And since I can't see where they go, now I could poke through this. Oh, by the way, if you want to, what you could do is take your needle, if you want to see exactly, if you're fussy about where your pupils go, I'm not very fussy. You could take your needle, in fact, I'm going to take a stronger needle, and you could poke through here so that you make more of an impression where you want that pupil to go. You're just going to be impacting it a little bit, you know, so you can kind of see where that, basically where that pupil is and see where your pokes go. So, or you could cut this out if you want to, you could cut that out. But for me, I'm just going to put my black circles down, and then I'm going to needle felt my pupils in place. You would need a more aggressive needle for the poking through part.
Patricia asks, would the iron-on pen image fade away if you don't felt over it right away?
It doesn't fade naturally. No, it doesn't fade. It's like, it's the same like the ink on the paper. It's going to stay on there, so it's not going to fade away.
Yeah, I think I transferred this one yesterday.
No, we've had things in the drawer for years, right, Anne?
Oh, yeah.
Things we've made for past work, like open houses, little images. No, it lasts for years. But we do find that it seems like it transfers better on wool felt than it does on the acrylic felt, like you get at the fabric store. Because we've bought sometimes the inexpensive acrylic felt, and the iron-on transfer pen, you will like the transfer better on the wool felt or linen or something like that than on the acrylic felt. I don't know why. Maybe it's just what the stuff is made of. What the stuff is made of. I'm sure that's a video somewhere.
What transfer pen would you use for dark fabrics?
Well, that's a whole nother story because the transfer pens don't work great. That like the yellow doesn't show up on a dark fabric, and it's kind of disappointing actually. So what we've done with dark fabrics is actually use the white jelly pens. It's not an iron-on transfer pen. You gotta kind of have to draw or do a tracing like this. But dark fabrics are more of a challenge.
Megan says, love the green eyes.
I know, so cute, right? We love this project, Kayla. Okay. We do. Okay. Okay, so you make your whole eye first, and then you add like your little glint.
Yeah, and I can. Got one little spot that's a little funny, but I can show you how to.
This is a fun project to kind of fuss with, right? I mean, like you get your basic idea down, you go back and add all your details, and we're going to show you some other examples too, because I did one at home without seeing what you had done, and Kayla did another one too. I'm not. Oh, good. I'm not needle felting on that one, am I? Of course not. It would have been showing through the other side. Don't ask me where my brain just went.
Alright, and I like to use 3 different colors for the glint in the eyes. got inspiration from Danny Ives when she was teaching her class here. She uses a few different colors. I start with just a little spot of white. And I just roll it in my fingers a little bit to make it
up here
ball.
a little bit. They can't see you.
Just to roll it like that and place it where you want that shine in the eye. Tack it down here. Alright. So there's one color. And then I have a little bit of, a tiny bit of peachy. And I'm doing the same thing, just making it just slightly smaller, rolling it in between my fingers to make a ball.
Now, peachy, that's from your personal stash. That's not in the kit, right?
Yes, peachy's in my personal stash. There is mango in the wool pack, so you're welcome to use mango as well. It has a kind of that lighter shade to it. And then I just get a tiny bit of majestic blue, and that one is in the supply pack. And just lay it halfway over that little spot of peachy. Kind of creates a different color effect. Yeah.
Cute. That's cute.
Vicky says, my kitty will not leave me alone while I'm trying to watch.
Our pets can be so bossy. Huh? Yeah, we're thinking after somebody posted their dog would not leave them alone while they were felting, so he was happy to be in her lap. And Mr. Dew used to do the same thing, and that's one of the reasons I would use these great big foams, because I could just balance it on my legs and he could fit underneath.
Aww.
But we're thinking maybe we need to make a pet-shaped sort of saddle foam. And then when I do the glint, let me see if I can steal some white from you.
Yeah.
You got a little piece of white?
I sure do.
Instead of making a ball, if you don't, like if your piece is a little more thin like mine, I just take a little pinch. Like if you just take a micro tiny pinch, you probably can't even see it in my hand, but I'll put something there. I just even take half of that and I put it just on and then needle start to poke it where I want it. And it's cute when it's kind of like you do. I like that when it's kind of in the pupil and in the iris too. Mm-hmm. And then you just twirl. And you don't even have to make a ball like in your hand. You can poke it and guide it right where you want it. Just like that.
Learning new things.
Okay, so we have your glint, and I've been filling in Kitty. So basically they're going to fill in Kitty just like you've been doing. Should we jump to the hat and doing some of the detail?
Yeah.
We can kind of see where that is. Let's do that. Oh, Anne's got you all queued up. Okay, so this is going to be a quick little trip. So show us how you navigate, like tell us a little bit about the whiskers here, and obviously you just put the face on, but maybe how you navigate the ears and fill in the hat. Tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll move to your other one.
Of course. So like I was mentioning earlier, the transfer pen on the burlap bag has a little bit of trouble with the fine details like the whiskers. So I actually just went in with my fine tip Sharpie and drew where the whiskers where I wanted them to be. Same with the ears. I just sketched where I thought the ears would go. So then for the whiskers, I just got a real thin piece of the black onyx and just lay it down over that. Tack in wherever you want it to go, and then I just kind of pull it over my drawing of where the whiskers were.
Connie Wood says she just got the email of her Boo Kitty shipping. She's very excited about it.
Oh, yay! It's so much fun, Connie. All right.
And she said you did a marvelous job with this kit. She can't wait till it gets here.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Thank you so much. I'm just using a little pinch of gray to fill in these ears too, right
Lori
here.
Hurd says, sorry, Marie, but I think keyless is better with the iron-on transfer. I haven't done my detail work yet, Lori, but thank you for that encouragement. I feel so encouraged right now. What you missed is that my hat is going on, so here's my hat.
I really like the one you did though.
Oh, she hasn't seen it. We'll bring that one in a minute.
That one is so cute.
I don't care. I'm having fun.
I can't say I don't think I've had a job before where I could just sit and hang out needle felt with my boss. It's pretty nice.
See, for me, because I'm doing my detail after, what I would do if you're doing this method, what you want to do is flatten all this out before you put fine details on. Like, we're going to look at the detail section in a minute, but like the pumpkin, because it's so loose, it doesn't really matter. You could put the detail on now while it's still kind of rough, but the kitty face, and the reason it does look a little rough is because I didn't flatten it out all the way. I just wanted to show you how I do the eyes. But the pumpkin is like the detail is less particular, you know what I mean? And you don't need to like this. This will look really good once you get it all tacked down. And for me, like I use the 42 triangle to go around and get all those details, and you can outline the eyes too. But like on the pumpkin, and we're gonna do Kayla's too, I just want to say that you can do it while it's still rough. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to all be flat. You can start to get that detail in whenever you feel comfortable, and then flatten it all down together, whatever that detail is. Okay, so you showed us how to fill in your ears and to do your whiskers. That's fun. So maybe we should jump to the final detail stages. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay, Anne's got us all queued up. I'm going to peel away my not so great boo kitty. Fine. Critics. Everyone's an art critic. Ta-da! Here's mine.
This is so cute.
This is the one I worked on last night or this weekend.
Benita says, think I will have to try the kitty in a pile of leaves.
That would be so cute.
That sounds adorable. Okay, so where are we now? You have your grass all in, and I have my grass in, and I made a little white pumpkin and a black kitty. Now, my kitty is actually MC1 black and MC1 dark chocolate mixed together. Dark chocolate's not in the kit, but I wanted to just try something different. And I decided no pumpkin face.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kayla, you're going to show us how you like to do the detail.
Yeah, we can start with just a couple of spots on the pumpkin real quick.
Okay.
I've got some hot orange in here, which is in the supply kit as well. And I'm just getting a little pinch, rolling it in my fingers again to make a line, and just laying it out over that little spot that we left for as a marker. And I'm just going to tack that guy in there, just to give it some definition on where those ridges on the pumpkin are. There we go.
Yeah.
Kayla, can we move yours up just
Oh, yeah.
Sorry,
No.
I'm not doing my job.
It'd be helpful, I'm sure, if
Dang
people
it.
could see it.
Okay, I'm gonna add some detail to mine too.
Yay.
Okay. I'm gonna put some hot orange. I only put like this soft orange. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit. Actually, I blended mine with, we have the hot orange and the mandarin in the supply pack. So I'm gonna blend a little bit of mandarin with a little bit of the hot orange together.
Nice.
Connie asks, so what's your next kit, Kayla?
Oh,
We're trying to get all the fairies to do something, huh? I'm sure they're gonna be inspired. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little readiness maybe to mine.
I love how pumpkins are just so. You can go in any direction with pumpkins. They can
True.
be lumpy and bumpy and funky, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna put a little
Green and orange and
Mhm.
white. I mean, there's so many.
Purple.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just putting a tiny bit of orange cream, just for some highlights. on the side of this guy right here.
And Deb asks, what size needle are you felting with, Kayla?
I'm using a 38 star. It's a little bit of a heavier duty general sculpting needle.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cute.
Yeah. This is my favorite part.
Adding the detail.
Mm-hmm. A little bit
Right.
more.
Your fan club is demanding a winter-inspired kit, Kayla.
Maybe a hat with cat ears on it.
Yeah, look, if it comes from Kayla, it's gonna have cats on it. So
Just as a warning.
just as a warning, cat.
Accept it.
Yeah, cat friends unite. Yesterday you had a shirt with cats all over it.
I did. I couldn't leave the store without it. And I'm just putting a little more hot orange kind of under the kitty's paws, just so it looks a little darker where he's sitting on the pumpkin.
That's what I'm doing right now too.
Ooh, I like that.
And see, one is fun because you can really blend it. If you've not worked with it before, you'll see that it's different than fibers with a longer staple length. It has a very short staple length, so you can blend it and mix it up in really fun ways. And we have just a few more minutes. Let's look at some of the detail, like maybe add some detail to your kitty up there, your hat or something. I'm gonna pull out the one. We'll show the one that you did.
Okay.
I'm gonna do my whiskers. So my whiskers, I left mine just a little bit different. So I just take a little piece of this white, and I'm gonna make a real long piece of that and shape it. Do the twisty bit so that it gets up. You can get it a pointy tip, and you can cut off the tip if it's too trailing. But so if you roll the whole thing, and this one's going to be a little bit long, so let me shorten it. You can sort of get two whiskers in one if you give it pointy bits and then you fold it in half, and then you can needle felt it on just like that. No, these are a little bigger than the other one that I put on, but just for sake of time, then anchor it in right there at the nose. And it's stronger.
And I guess that way you could leave it kind of
wispy
if it was.
Yeah, if you want to. If you're not worried about it getting roughed up, then you can, yeah.
Very cool. Okay. That's just the little band for his hat.
Yeah.
I'm going to add just a little bit of shading to it. I had some. There it is. And I love this color. I'm obsessed with this color. This wild berry. I like to put it on everything.
We don't always have it, but when we do, it's really popular. Wild berry, blueberry. These whiskers are kind of whiter than I like, so I'm just gonna knock it out of there. What do you got, Ann?
Lisa asks, do you or can you iron on a fusible pellon on the back side of the burlap to make the design more sturdy?
Oh, sure. Yeah. In fact, we have a video on our YouTube channel. Ann, it's the cards or the mountings one? Because we've used Pellon a couple of times where we made cards. Like I think in one, what we did is we wet felted canvases for cards, and then another we looked at a variety of different fusible interfacing or backing, and we named the brands too. So absolutely, because it can make it, like when you're doing 2D pictures and stuff, it can make it stand up better, make it just more dense. I'm gonna have fun finishing this tonight.
Elise says the kitties need cute little names.
Oh. Let's look at this one that Kayla did. This is the very first one that you did, and just point out some of the details on that one.
Okay, so let's see. I outlined the face of the jack-o'-lantern right here with some black, and also put little touches of hot orange and
Those
some orange
look
cream
cute.
in there. And then let's see, I put a little bit of, I think that is True Violet, maybe with a touch of Wildberry in it. Just underneath the lip of the hat right here. It doesn't have anything under it, but that's what it's missing, is just right there. Is
I see, a little bit of
touch
color.
purple.
Uh-huh.
I threw in some little white flecks in the ears just to make it kind of pop more.
And a little black line under the hat too. That really helped. That just gives it some dimension. I like how your shading is on the edges of the hat. It helps it feel a little more round and right back here.
And some little flecks of mango is what's in here, just on the front of the hat to make it pop more.
Right, and like the kitty, like you just drew the legs of the kitty in, and you can be kind of free flowing with that. Like my kitty tail is up. I made my kitty tail up.
I want to try one like that. That's really cute.
Yeah, I'll show super fast. Let me show you the kitty tail. It's so easy. Let me see some black. So all I did was take I'll pretend like he has another tail. I made the sausage kind of like we have here. Sausage, noodle, whatever. I sort of attached it here, and then I just guided it up, and by seeing where I wanted it to go, then I start just poking it right into that shape.
Kind of like the way that we did the eyes on this one.
Yeah, you just kind of put it where you want it, and then just poke it into place.
Awesome.
And then here's one more that Kayla did. Bring him here, and here's even one more example. This one is so cute. This one's a little different, so show us that one, Kayla.
Yeah, so I did a couple things a little differently with this guy. Oh, that's just, I packed a lot of wool in there. So he's got a little bit of a smaller hat and kind of less shading around here, but he's got some little white patches on him, on his feet. He's got a little orange stripe on his tail. And then I also sewed a button.
That's so cute.
Just through the back right here and looped it around so he would have a little buckle on his hat.
That's adorable. Now what would you do with that?
This one, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do.
You could
with him.
frame him.
I think I'm gonna frame it and keep it.
He would be so great, like if you did Halloween or fall greeting cards. Like you could take a picture of him.
That's a good idea.
Right? Take a picture of him and make your own greeting cards.
Yeah.
With him. He's
That's a good
adorable. He's adorable. Kayla, I love this project.
Oh, I'm so glad everyone likes it so much.
Did she do a great job, y'all? Just a big round of hearts for Kayla. I know I've got a big round of hearts too. We love it. Yeah, it's super precious. Thank you guys for giving Kayla her big debut release.
Yeah, it was so much fun.
Yeah, we can't wait to see how your Bookitties come out, and I love that, there's so many varieties you can make them in. So stick around just a few more minutes. We're going to give away some prizes, and I want to announce an October challenge. I didn't get as far on my own as I wanted to, but we're calling it the Felt Pumpkin Heads Challenge. So just go any direction you want, but it should have the shape of a pumpkin. And I made Frankenpumpkin for mine. So he has a stem, and he actually has like little lobes. I hope that shows up. And Frankenpumpkin is my October Pumpkin Head Challenge. So we want you to post those in our group, Living Felt Friends, right here on Facebook. And just go wild with that. I have a few more that I want to do. Are y'all ready to give away prizes? Are the other fairies coming? Okay, we're ready, y'all. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for felting with us. Thank you, Kayla, for sharing your project.
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun.
She did great, I know. Thank you guys for felting with us, felting along with us. We can't wait to see your projects. You can get this. You can search hashtag feltbookitty. Come on in, y'all. If you can't remember where it is, just Google hashtag feltbookitty. You will find us. We will post this on YouTube. We'll post this on YouTube later today for anyone who wants to watch the replay, or you can watch it right here. So, Ann, tell us about our prizes today.
Our prizes today are, you can pick one of two. We've got the Fantasy Owl Supply Kit.
Oh, we don't see the owls, but that's okay. We'll show you. We'll show you that Fantasy Owl Supply Kit or Feltbookitty. Yeah. So we're gonna draw 3 names right now. Let's do it, gals.
Holly,
Okay.
would you like the honors?
Diana Guys.
Yay, Diana! Who is a very talented wildlife photographer. Yes,
awesome.
she sure is. Okay.
Kayla, you want to go for it?
Kayla, pick
Sure.
one.
All right. Shayla Wise.
Wow,
Yay.
Shayla Wise, Diana, guys. And the last one is?
Andy, you want to do it?
Sure. Margie Bressick.
Yay! Margie, congratulations, gals. Thank you so much for felting along. If you are not in our database, that means you've ever ordered anything from us, even a free download. Email us at customerservice@livingfelt.com, or you can call us right now at 877-665-5790 and let us know which one of these two prizes you want. We'll get all your contact information if we don't have it and get it right out to you. You guys, thanks so much for joining us today. It's been fun.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.